goes back some 28 years ago when I was a young teenager attending a little church down the road in Boer Park called South County Christian Fellowship, where Mike Bickle was the pastor.
What was that called before they got there? Gateway Free Will Baptist. Gateway Free Will Baptist.
It was called Gateway Free Will Baptist. That's the church that they took over.
And now we're the Gateway House of Prayer, but we didn't know that detail when we named it. But God did. You see, there's all these little dots where in hindsight you look back and go, no way, no way. The summer of 1981, Mike, how many of you know Mike Bickle? Okay. The summer of 1981, Mike, as a young 20-something, went on his first 21-day water fast, seeking God's direction in his life and for the church and so forth. We were outgrowing our little building down the park, and we had our antenna up looking for a building. And someone came to Mike and said, Mike, I found our building. It's on the corner of Lindbergh and Sappington. Well, at that time, there was an Assembly of God church in the building. And Mike, being Mike, drove down the road, walked into the building, and gave himself a tour. And this sanctuary was not yet built. So he kind of toured the wings, and he went down into the basement. And as he was down in the foundation of the building, he had a powerful encounter of the Lord. And the voice of the Lord said, "This is your building." So he left, didn't do anything about it, went back down the road, and it wasn't long after that the pastor of the Assembly of God Church here called Mike, and in November of 1981, merger proceedings were taking place, and before long we were moved in here. And this became our church. We kept the name South County Christian Fellowship, and it was here then that my personal journey began, being discipled by Mike in the areas of contemplative prayer and corporate intercession. It was here in this new facility, because this was brand new when we got here, it was here that I fell in love with Intercessor Jesus. And it was here that I learned to love the ministry of intercession. And I knew that I knew that I knew at 14, 15 years old, I was set apart to be a woman of prayer. Had no idea how that would all play out. Honestly, I fantasized about being a little nun. But here we are. Here we are.
Here you go, Jeff.
And so my point in all of that is, from the very beginning, this house has had a rich foundation of prayer for the city of St. Louis. Lots and lots of prayer for revival, and the breakthrough of the Spirit of God flowed out of this house. Now, not much more than a year later, my